Hey Warriors! Welcome back to Empowerment and Illness. I am your host, Gwen, and I'm glad you're here. Today, we're talking about summer, the cookouts, vacation, family reunions, festivals, concerts, road trips, amusement parks, beaches, pools, and all the other things that make summer feel like summer. When you live with lupus or another chronic illness, summer can sometimes feel like it belongs to everyone except you. The sun can trigger symptoms. The heat can drain your energy. The humidity can make it feel like you're breathing through a wet towel. Crowds, walking, standing, traveling, and being outside for a long period can take an activity that's supposed to be fun and turn into something your body has to recover from. We're not going to sit here and pretend that chronic illness doesn't affect the way we experience summer. It does. But we're also not going to accept the idea that illness gets to take every joyful experience away from us. There are ways to enjoy the summer while protecting your health, honoring your limits, and listening to your body. I know this because those of us living with chronic illness learn how to adjust. We learn how to plan. We learn how to modify. We learn how to find another route when the original route doesn't work for us anymore. Today, we're going to talk about creating a summer that fits your life now, preparing for activities, handling the disappointments of changed plans, finding accessible ways to have fun, and giving yourself something to look forward to. Summer may not look the way it does before your diagnosis. You may not be able to do everything you once did, stay as long as everyone else, or recover as quickly. But warriors, different doesn't mean non-existent. Different doesn't mean joyless. Different doesn't mean your life has stopped. Let's get into it. There's something about summer that makes people want to get out and do things. Children are out of school, families are planning vacations, people are posting beach pictures, cruise pictures, amusement park pictures, and photos from places you've never even heard of. Every weekend, there seems to be another festival, concert, family reunion, cookout, or outdoor event. When you live with a chronic illness, seeing all of that can bring up mixed emotions. You may be happy for people who are enjoying themselves, but you also feel left out. You may remember a time when you could wake up, throw on some clothes, and go wherever the day took you. Now, you may have to consider the weather, the distance, the seating, your medication, bathroom access, your energy level, and how long it takes you to recover. Sometimes we may decide not to go before you've even explored whether the activity could be adjusted. Your mind starts going through all the reasons it won't work. It's too hot. There's too much walking. There won't be anywhere to sit. It'll be crowded. What if I get tired? What if I start hurting? What if I have to leave early? Those are valid concerns. They aren't excuses. They aren't negativity. They're part of living in a body that doesn't always respond predictably. But we have to be careful that reasonable caution doesn't quietly turn into isolation. There's a difference between protecting your health and automatically removing yourself from every experience. I know that feeling of wondering whether an activity is even worth the effort. By the time you've thought about getting dressed, packing everything you need, driving there, finding parking, walking to the event, and figuring out where you can rest, you may already feel exhausted. Sometimes preparing to have fun feels like a full-time job. But we still deserve to have something outside of doctor's appointments, pharmacy pickups, treatment schedules, and symptom management. We deserve memories that aren't connected to illness. We deserve to laugh, explore, celebrate, and experience something new. Summer doesn't have to belong only to people who can tolerate the heat, walk for hours, or stay outside all day. It belongs to us too. We may just have to claim it differently. One of the hardest adjustments after developing a chronic illness is accepting that you may not be able to do things the way you used to. You might not be able to spend 8 hours at an amusement park anymore. Then again, we didn't want to stand in those lines anyway. My bad, I digress. You may not be able to spend an entire afternoon outside of the family reunion. You may not be able to walk through an outdoor festival when it's 100 degrees but feels like 116. You may not be able to travel all day, arrive at our destination, and immediately start sightseeing like nothing happened. That doesn't mean we've stopped living. It means we've become planners. We look at the weather before leaving the house. We ask whether there's seating. We check the parking situation. We find out whether the venue is indoors or outdoors. We determine whether you can bring water, medication, a folding chair, or a cooling fan. Planning doesn't remove the joy from an activity. It makes the joy possible. There's nothing wrong with needing information before you commit. There's nothing wrong with calling ahead. There's nothing wrong with asking whether accommodations are available. Maybe you go to the park at 8 in the morning instead of 2 in the afternoon. Maybe you attend a cookout for an hour instead of staying all day. Maybe you choose an indoor concert instead of an outdoor festival. Maybe you arrive later after the sun starts going down. You can also plan your energy, not just your schedule. If you know you have an event on Saturday, Friday needs to be a rest day. Sunday may need to be a recovery day. You may need to avoid scheduling several activities in the same weekend. When I went to Italy, I added rest time on the days I plan events. I've learned that my body appreciates preparation more than spontaneity. I can't put 3 activities on my calendar and expect my body to cooperate. My body has a way of reminding me who's really in charge, and it usually doesn't care what I wrote in my planner. Planning around your health isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's learning how to participate without completely emptying your energy account. Let's talk about preparation, because the right supplies can make the difference between enjoying an outing and spending the entire time worrying about your symptoms. Your summer support kit will depend on your diagnosis, medication, triggers, and personal needs. For some people, that kit may include sunscreen, sunblock clothing, sunglasses, and a wide brim hat. It may include a cooling towel, a portable fan, ice packs, water, electrolyte drinks, snacks, and any medication you may need while you're away from home. It may also include items people don't always think about. Maybe you need a portable stool or a folding chair. Maybe you need an umbrella for shade. Maybe you need an extra layer because indoor buildings can feel like somebody turned the air conditioning down to Antarctica. You're trying to escape the heat outside only to freeze inside the movie theater. Keep your medications with you when appropriate. Don't leave them in a hot car. Heat can affect certain medications. Read the storage instructions, and if you're not sure, ask your pharmacist how your medication should be transported or stored. Bring more water than you think you'll need. Don't wait until you're extremely thirsty before you start drinking. Pay attention to how your body responds to the heat, especially if you take medication that affects hydration, blood pressure, sweating, or sun sensitivity. Preparation also includes communication. Tell the people you're going with what you may need. Let them know you might need to sit down, take a break, move indoors, or leave early. You shouldn't have to spend the whole outing pretending you're fine because you're afraid of inconveniencing someone. The people who care about you should want you to enjoy yourself safely. They may not fully understand what your body is experiencing, but they can learn how to support you. Sometimes you've got to give people the instructions instead of expecting them to know automatically. Your support kit isn't evidence that you're too sick to go. It's evidence that you're prepared to participate. When people think about summer fun, they often picture outdoor activities. Those activities can be enjoyable, but they aren't the only ways to create a memorable summer. You can visit a museum, aquarium, art gallery, indoor market, movie theater, library, or a cultural center. You can attend an indoor concert, comedy show, a play, cooking class, or craft workshop. You can explore a restaurant you've never tried or visit a part of the city that you normally drive right past. You can even host something at home, have a game night, invite a few people over for dinner, host a movie marathon, Have an indoor picnic. Turn down the lights, play some music, and create your own little summer atmosphere without ever leaving the house. You can also enjoy outdoor spaces strategically. Find a shaded pavilion. Go to the park early in the morning. Sit outside after the sun starts going down. Take a drive to watch the sunset. Visit a lake or garden without planning to walk the entire property. Maybe you watch the fireworks from your car because standing in a large crowd is too much. Maybe you attend the family reunion but spend most of your time inside. Maybe you go to the festival long enough to eat something, hear some music, and buy one thing before heading back home. And while we're talking about getting together, let me say something to our family and friends. Please don't stop inviting us. Keep inviting us to the birthday party, the movies, the concert, or the neighborhood barbecue. We still want to be included, even if we have to make preparations before we come. We may have to arrive late. We may have to leave early. We may have to sit in the shade while everyone else is out in the sun. We may even have to say no sometimes. A short experience still counts. You don't have to stay until the chairs are folded, the lights are turned off, and the staff starts asking people to leave. You're allowed to enjoy the part your body can handle. But please don't make that decision for us. It feels good to be included. It feels good to know someone thought about us. Sometimes the invitation means just as much as the event itself. We sometimes treat enjoyment like it only counts when we do everything. We think a vacation only counts if it lasts 7 days. We think an outing only counts if we can stay for several hours. We think a trip only counts if we fill every day with activities. That isn't true. A meaningful memory can happen in 30 minutes. Joy isn't measured by how long you stayed. It's measured by what the moment gave you. Marinate on that. One thing I've learned over the years is that you have to give yourself something to look forward to. When you're living with a chronic illness, life can start feeling like one doctor's appointment after another. You wake up, see how you're feeling, take your medication, manage your symptoms, schedule lab work, refill prescriptions, and before you know it, another week has gone by. That's why I think it's important to intentionally put something enjoyable on your calendar. It doesn't have to be a big vacation. It could be lunch with a friend. It could be trying a new restaurant. It could be going to the movies, taking a scenic drive, visiting a farmer's market, or finding an indoor community event. Give yourself something that reminds you life is still happening. Maybe you create a summer wish list. Visit one place, try one new food, watch the sunset wherever you've never been. Spend time with someone you've been meaning to call. Keep it realistic, but don't make it joyless. This isn't another to-do list. It's a reminder that there are still experiences waiting for you. Now let's be honest. You can make the best plan in the world, and your body may still wake up and say, "Not today." That's frustrating. You may have bought tickets. You may have been looking forward to an event for weeks. You may have told everyone you were coming. Then you wake up and your body has another plan. Warrior, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't fail because your symptoms change. Chronic illness is unpredictable. That's one of the hardest parts of living with it. If you have to change your plans, change them. If you have to leave early, leave early. If you have to cancel, cancel. If you have to rest, rest. Listening to your body doesn't mean your illness won. It means you're protecting yourself from making tomorrow even harder than today. There's a big difference between giving up and making a wise decision. And please, don't spend your summer comparing your life to what you see on social media. Somebody posts a beautiful beach picture, but you don't know what happened before they took it or after they posted it. You don't know if they spent the next day in bed. You don't know what they pushed through to get that one picture. Don't turn somebody else's highlight reel into evidence that your life is somehow less meaningful. Maybe your summer includes sitting on the porch with a cold drink. Maybe it includes watching your grandchildren play. Maybe it includes reading a good book, planting flowers, or spending an evening laughing with people you love. Those moments count. A quiet summer isn't an empty summer. A slower summer isn't a failed summer. So instead of asking yourself whether your summer looks like everyone else's, ask yourself something different. Did you laugh? Did you make a memory? Did you find moments of joy in the middle of everything you're carrying? If the answer is yes, then warrior, I'd say you had a pretty good summer. Because chronic illness doesn't get to decide whether we experience joy. We do. Set aside some quiet time this week with your journal. These prompts are meant to help you enjoy the season you're in, not compare your journey to someone else's. What is one summer activity you've stopped doing because of your chronic illness? Is there a smaller or modified version that would allow you to enjoy it again? Think about your summer plans. Are you planning around fear or are you planning around wisdom? What preparation can help you participate safely instead of automatically saying no? What is one thing you can put on your calendar this summer that's simply for you? It doesn't have to be expensive or elaborate. Choose something that brings you joy and reminds you that your life is about more than managing your illness. For our listeners' action plan, this week we're asking you to take 3 practical steps toward enjoying your summer while respecting your body's needs. Step 1. Make one summer plan. Choose one activity you've been thinking about but haven't committed to it yet. Put it on your calendar and give yourself something to look forward to. Step 2. Build your summer support kit. Take a few minutes to gather the items that help you enjoy your time away from home. Preparing ahead of time isn't a sign of weakness. It's one way you can help yourself enjoy the experience. Step 3. Give yourself permission to adjust the plan. Before you leave the house, remind yourself that it's okay to arrive late, leave early, take breaks, or even reschedule if your body isn't cooperating. Listening to your body doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're making the best decision for your health while still creating space for joy. This episode is brought to you by My Voice Ally, an empowerment and illness tool created to help you find the words when chronic illness makes communication feel heavy. And now, a word from my sponsor. Enjoying summer with a chronic illness often takes more than planning. Sometimes it also takes communication. You may need to tell someone you can't stay all day. You may need to ask for a shaded table, explain why you're bringing extra supplies, or let your family know you need to take breaks throughout the day. My Voice Ally helps you prepare those conversations before you're in the moment. Whether you need to say, "I'd love to come, but I may need to leave early," or "I'm excited to be there, I just need to pace myself." Having the words ready can make those conversations feel less stressful. This isn't about limiting your life. It's about helping you communicate your needs with confidence so you can spend less time worrying about what to say and more time making memories. For more exciting tools like My Voice Ally, My Flarecast, or the Paper Trail Medical Binder, check out our website at empowermentandillness.com. Be prepared. Don't panic. And now, back to the show. Before we leave, I would like to close with the special portion of the show I call Healing Heartbeats. This is where we allow ourselves to wallow in sorrow. Give yourself 3 minutes to laugh, cry, scream, cuss, or just sit in silence. Whatever you need to do to feel it, do it. Let the depression in for only 3 minutes. Once you reach 3 minutes, compartmentalize it and get back to living. This is a rinse and repeat behavior. You cannot let depression take over, because when it does, it will not let go. When we hear about the passing of someone, they have the day they were born and the day they pass away. There is a dash in the middle. It's not a long line, but a short dash. That dash represents your life. Go live in spite of having a chronic illness. Don't let your condition stop you. Living with lupus or another chronic illness can change how we experience the seasons. It may require us to prepare more carefully, move more slowly, avoid certain environments, and leave before everyone else is ready to go. But those adjustments don't mean we have to remove ourselves from life. We can protect our health and still participate. We can rest and still make plans. We can honor our limitations and still have something to look forward to. Create a summer that works for you. Choose activities that bring you joy. Don't let chronic illness convince you that joy belongs to everyone else. Joy belongs to you too. Your moments may look different, but they still matter. Your summer may move at a slower pace, but it can still be beautiful. Remember, you have the strength, the heart, and the support to continue your journey. Be safe.